What up, Dokkanners? So about a month ago at the start of the 9-year anniversary, I made you guys this video telling you to not spend your special stones during the 9-year anniversary. Don't spend your coins. Don't do any of that stuff until the very end. Why? Because of Global's gift that has been global foresight. Over the last 9 years, global players have been able to foresee what is coming up on the JP side of the game and use that as an early warning system to prepare for potential EZAs, Dokkan Festival releases, and things like that. It has been honestly very convenient. But now, since that is going to be coming to an end because of the unification, this is essentially our last celebration where we can utilize this. So I promised you guys that I would make a follow-up video at the end of the 9-year anniversary, and that is what I'm doing right now. We are going to be talking about the premium Dragon Stones, the paid ones, the TUR, the LR, the free red Dragon Stone, and all of the coin shop characters that are obtainable right now. I am recording this about 3 days before the end of the anniversary, but some of these characters will still remain after that. So if you guys have been enjoying all the 9th anniversary content on the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. I'm still on autopilot there. 100,000 subscribers. We're so close. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I love you. Also, check out the shorts while you're at it. They have been pretty hilarious. So we're going to be going through this very slowly and methodically. So if you want to jump around, you can use the bookmarks in the video. I am framing this primarily in terms of things for newer players or less experienced players. If you guys are veteran Dokkanners, you've already picked up your characters, you probably won't be benefiting as much from this. And if you want to leave your own thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, feel free. These are my thoughts and opinions. If you disagree, by all means, share it down below. So let's start from the coin stuff. We'll talk about the coins, and then we will go into the special stones. Now, for those of you who don't know, 10 coins are earned for every full price 10 unit multi, aka 50 Dragon Stones. In order to pick up 500 coins, and 500 coins is typically what you would need to pick up one of the better characters, you would have to spend 2,500 Dragon Stones. That is the equivalent of 50 full price multis. 2,500 Dragon Stones. Why am I telling you this? Because you want to make these coin purchases count. You want to be making sure you pick up a unit that can retain value for as long as possible. That means a good character, a character with the least amount of dupes that you might have. You want to pick a character that can age well, who could fit teams that you're looking for. There's a bunch of different factors that you might want to consider before making a coin purchase. And so that is why this video is going to be helpful for some of you guys. This has always been like the common slogan, always prioritize Dokkan Festival LRs. The same logic can be applied to the Carnival LRs, right? Because the best characters are the most expensive. 500 red coins, 500 green coins. Those are the types of units you want to be purchasing, not the lesser ones, the 200 coin ones on the Carnival banner or the 150 old EZA TURs, none of those. You want to be going for the main crispy ones. So let's talk about the timeline. Let's talk about where units are potentially going to be coming back. And oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is the other reason why it's so useful to wait until the end of the anniversary before making these decisions. Besides global foresight, you might be still not done doing your summons. What if you are targeting, what if this whole thing for you is all about picking up LR Broly, right? You buy LR Broly at the first chance possible, either with your coins or with your premium LR stone. Where is it? Right here. In your premium LR stone that you paid for, Broly is one of the options, the LR Broly trio, right? But then what happens when you do your 9th anniversary ticket summons or your blue zone or red zone summons? As a random unfeatured LR pull, you end up getting the Broly trio. That immediately undercuts the value of the coin purchase that you just made, because now you could have spent that on something else. You could have potentially bought maybe LR Jiren, maybe LR Gogeta. A lot of people are expecting his EZA to be coming up sometime this year, next year, who knows? So if that were to have happened, then you could have already had that. Now you don't. So it's always better to wait until you are done with all of your summons before even remotely considering picking up characters with coins. I do have my game handy here, so I have all the expiration dates and the deadlines here. So I strongly recommend that you do check out your expiration dates yourself, depending on when you're watching this. I don't want you guys to miss out on when these things go away, especially the stones. If you bought these stones, but you didn't use them yet, they will go away after the date that they show here. I'm recording this on the 9th of August. So this will go away in 10 days. 10 days. The free stone also 10 days. Once that window is gone, these items are now useless. Notice how it says premium or select stone 4, premium stone 2. These are unique IDs. They are not going to be the same stones that come back on the next celebration. So you cannot stockpile these and use these at a later date. They will be useless after 10 days, and then they will be removed from your account after 6 months. So pay attention to the deadline for these various coin shop things and special stones. Same with the banners. So I am recording this with 3 days left on the Broly banners and the Gogeta banners. So that's why you can see here 3 days left for all of these guys down here. 10 days left for the Beast Gohan banner. 13 days left for the Universe Rival Saga category banner, and then 9 days left for the Tech UI banner. Same for the Carnival. Is it the Gammas? Yeah, the Gammas banner goes away in 10 days. The Gogeta banner goes away in 3 days, and that's it. So pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. So now let's take a look at some of the units and when they're going to be coming back. I took the liberty of listing these out for you, and I made sure to include the characters that are on the anniversary banners, as well as some other notable characters that some of you guys have been asking about recently. Why is this important? Well, the sooner that they are coming back, the less incentive there should be to pick them up with coins. Do not buy Blue Dudes. Do not buy Fusion Zamasu. Do not buy Trunks, Gohan, Cooler, any of these guys. Obviously, you can't buy these two because they're not here right now, but they do matter because some people have been waiting for them to come back. The Golden Week units from 2024 will be back during worldwide download. Do not buy any of these characters because some of you guys, most of you, will be summoning on the worldwide download banner. I know some people have already set themselves to just save until 10 year, and that's totally fine because if you're going to wait until 10 year, these guys will still be back. So even still, you might not necessarily want to pick them up because they will be back on a banner that you will likely be summoning for. But since this is basically 3 weeks away, less than 3 weeks away, there is no reason to pick them up. If you bought them now, and then you summon for, let's just say worldwide is GT, right? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta pops up. You summon for him, but you end up pulling this guy. Well, you just wasted your coin purchase. Not wasted, but you know what I mean. You get it? So don't pick these up with your coins at all. Sometime in 2024, all of these units will be coming back. All of them. So what I did here was I included some of the main characters that you guys have been asking about. Golden Frieza, Goku Black, and this nerd. They will all come back during the Cell Max banner. I don't know, where's that one, right? It's right here. Cell Max released on JP in June. Global will be getting this at some point before the end of the year. They have already stated that every unit that has yet to drop on Global will be dropping on Global before 2025. So that is what this little bracket is right here. I can't confirm exactly when they're going to show up and, like, you know, if they're all going to be on the same banner because, you know, Dokkan is Dokkan. They troll for a living. So, you know, for all we know, Cell Max will have this guy, maybe not these two. Now, most of you probably would dismiss these two, but hey, you never know. Some people like these characters, so I'm trying not to, you know, I don't want to dismiss any characters just because I personally may not find them as appealing right now. So these guys will all be back for the Cell Max banner, probably. The Jiren unit did drop on the Universe Rival Saga category banner, which has been a surprise. Global has that different than JP. This unit I think will still be back on Jiren's banner simply because it's the same character. Like, it would be beyond stupid to not do that. But then again, I just fell into their trap. I just applied logic. So, you know, whenever this guy drops, maybe they remove him because they want to troll. So if they do, well, he doesn't show up. But I still think it's worth pointing out he could potentially come back. The Super Saiyan Trio, one of the more highly coveted Carnival unit pickups, they will be back on that Jiren banner as well. The Gammas will be coming back on the Topo banner, which is likely to be dropping very, very soon. You might already see the banner when you're watching this video. The reason why this matters is because for those of you who pulled the Int Gamma 1, Gamma 2 LR, you probably want to know when these guys come back. They can be purchasable with coins on the Topo banner, so you may not even have to summon on the banner to pick them up. So that is noteworthy. Vegeta, one of the best TURs in Dokkan in general, could potentially be back as early as Halloween. Why does this matter? Because maybe you're short on coins and all you want is to pick up Vegeta. If he comes back during the Halloween banner, is he obtainable with coins? I can't remember, but maybe you might want to summon anyway, give it a couple tries to pick him up. I just want to point that out. He could be back. Moving on to Holiday 2024. Now, major question marks for this one, because with Global unifying with JP after worldwide download, does that mean that the Holiday banner is gone, or is it going to be dropping at a different time? We don't know. So I can't quite say it's 100%. So I just need to have this here to cover my own butt. But these are all the units that would be coming back on that Holiday banner should it return. Tech UI. I've been saying Saiyan Day, but you know, this is also a possibility. I just don't want to get people's hopes up. But we got to be thorough here. So Tech UI shows up. We got the 6th anniversary LRs. You got Blue Dudes in here. You got the 9th anniversary LRs, the Dokkan festivals. Physical Broly, who is also a part of the banner. Some of you guys maybe want to pick him up, maybe not. I don't know. Tech Super or LR Super Saiyan 4, everyone's favorite unit, the Go Bros and Dispo. All of these guys could be back on holiday 2024, maybe if we get it. Anniversary 2025, the 10-year anniversary. This is the end goal for a lot of you. So if you are planning to not summon at all and just shut things down until the anniversary, this is the list of all the units that will be coming back. So if you are missing any one of these, you might want to consider not picking them up with coins now, because they will be probably an afterthought for you when you're summoning for whatever the new flashy LRs are. So all of these units will be up for grabs with coins in the coin shop in less than 6 months, or about 6 months from now. I also decided to do one more little thing here. Saiyan Day 2025. Tech UI comes back, Tech Vegeta comes back, and Broly will be there. Now, Broly is listed here because Broly is a premium TUR purchase, and he will likely be receiving an EZA. His EZA is probably going to be pretty epic. So if you are someone who wants to have the character ahead of time, just know that the character will be featured on that banner. So maybe you don't want to do that, because with a banner that has Tech UI, Tech Vegeta, and then whatever the new Saiyan Day unit is, that's probably a banner worth summoning for, or at least looking into. So I don't know if this is going to be something you want to be using with your premium stone, which we'll be getting to in a bit. So that is the rundown for units that are coming up. In summation, what are my picks for coins? These are my picks. This is my opinion. If you disagreed, let me know in the comments. But I feel that these 3 units transcend all reason. They are so good and so dominant that every player should have these characters, especially these 2. Royal Blue UI are 2 incredibly broken EZAs that every person should have these 2 characters. They can run on any category that they have, maybe even on categories that they don't have. Who knows? But they are really, really, really good. My favorite team right now is Universe 7. I don't use Beast Gohan anymore, and I rainbow the guy, but I like these guys way more. They're so easy to use, and they are so user-friendly that I love them. I'm in love. They're really, really good. Boo-Tanks is one of the best extreme units in the game. Extreme class characters are few and far between as far as the high performing ones. This character carried a lot of people through content from Golden Week all the way till now. So if you missed the boat with picking them up, this is the chance to pick them up. I think these 3 are must-haves. These are also among my top choices, but maybe a little bit less urgent, just because you may not have enough coins to buy everything, right? So it just depends on who you are, what you're looking for. The reason why I have these on a separate list is just because these are more like support, more technical characters. Bulma is the Omni support goddess. She will support anyone on any category. She's really, really good. 2-turn support, damage reduction, guard, orb changing. Same with the Broly. Broly Trio is a Super Boss All-Star. If you're trying to assemble a Super Boss team, Broly Trio is a must-have. This character is unfeatured and randomly pullable on your free ticket summons. Also, you can pick up the character with your premium LR Stone, like I mentioned earlier. So there is that. Also, the Vegito, actually a really good damage dealer when you transform. Scouting, easy condition to transform, damage reduction, guard. This unit can carry you through a lot of the stuff that you might be struggling on, because knowing where all the attacks are going to be is one of the major reasons why I can win with Universe 7 as easily and effortlessly as I do. Great unit. Some people are a little too sour on this guy, which I don't think is fair. This is a really, really good unit. Now, I am throwing these 2 here on the list only because people have asked me so much about it. Goku Black Rose. Do you recommend picking up Goku Black Rose Toon? I honestly don't think he's that worth picking up with coins right now. Mainly just because if you're looking at it from the framework of super bosses, his domain and his overall abilities just don't really need to be used on the super boss category. Super boss is what you're really missing with that is Cell Max. Cell Max is a must-have if you are trying to run super bosses. If you can get Cell Max, great. If you are a fan of the character, if you like Future Saga, if you like Extreme Class Future Saga, Realm of Gods, then yes, this unit can perform. You've seen my videos. The unit is pretty good. Also a great super boss leader, but with Broly around now, you don't need him as leader skill. So I don't think that he is that necessary, but only if you really want to. And same goes for the Universe Survival Saga characters. They are really good, but for Universe 7, they're not necessary. You've already got so much brute force and just sheer power with these 2 and the Tech UI and whatever other EZAs that are coming up that you really just don't need this guy. He is a luxury character. with the overabundancy of characters on Universe Rise Saga, I just don't think that they are necessary. They do very well. They're very strong. So if you feel differently, by all means, go for it. But I just personally don't think so. Of all of them, I think this is the best one. Int, Team Universe 7, Android 17. I think Tech Jiren is very niche. Too niche for a lot of people to consider. If you want to pick him up, you can. Physical 17 Golden Frieza is a slot 3 unit, slot 2 unit. If there's an instance of an AoE, they can't necessarily protect themselves pre-super or pre-attack. So that does kind of lessen their value. So those are my picks for coins. Moving on now. Wow, 15 minutes in, and we are now going to be talking about the free stone. That's right. All right, let's move on to the free select character Dragon Stone 4. This stone has sort of changed in terms of its overall function. It used to just be a fun free character for people to pick up, but now it's really just become a preview or a waiting room for potential busted future super EZAs. So while these combo offers do exist, and a lot of people will probably say, God Goku is really good because he's relevant, superhero, realm of gods, Goku's family, any number of categories that would work with the newer characters. I don't think that this is where you should really be paying attention to anymore. I really think that you guys should be looking at these guys. These are the old ancient TURs of yesteryear, where these units just never show up anymore on any banners. And they are the ones that are going to be receiving super EZAs sooner than others. Case in point, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Goku Black, Tech, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. These 3 units, along with Kid Buu, who is surprisingly not here. Actually, not so surprisingly. He's not here because he's too busted that Dokkan doesn't feel it's right for people to get him for free, I guess. So, yeah, these super EZAs have been very, very good. The question is, do you go for characters that you don't have who already have super EZAs, or do you look ahead and try to plan for future pickups? Because assuming another unit is going to get a super EZA that is as busted as Kid Buu, they might remove that unit from circulation or from this in the future, which is what they did with Kid Buu. 10-year anniversary is less than 6 months away. On the 10-year anniversary mark, a lot of people are expecting the STR Gogeta, who was the 1-year anniversary unit, to receive a super EZA. If that were to happen, he is probably not going to be in this list. And he is also probably going to be one of the most broken characters in the history of the game. Is he worth picking up? Yes. If you don't have a copy of the unit, yes, he is worth picking up. Is he worth picking up over the already confirmed super EZA that is Super Saiyan 3 Goku? That's up to you. That's up to your team builds. That's up to what you're trying to do in the game, which units you're looking for. I can't really make that decision for you. But if it were my choice, where I don't have all these characters, I would rather go for future picks than for ones that are already confirmed, because they will only end up being better, right? I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. So Gogeta, an obvious candidate for a busted super EZA. I think Super Vegito, another candidate for a busted super EZA. Vegito Blue, also another one. I think all the fusions, we could safely say, will be incredible. But I mean, all of them have been good. All of them have been really, really, really good. So choose one of those that you don't have that could potentially be relevant in an upcoming celebration. One of the fusions, a lot of people are expecting fusions to be the theme for 10-year. So that's a pretty good educated guess. Go for one of those. Or if you want to bolster your Super Boss category, the Goku Black is a good unit for Super Boss, but remember, more catered towards Future Saga. But I did do in a recent showcase, the Broly trio and the Goku Black do work very well together. They have the big bad boss connection. They have orb changing more consistently. So these two actually work surprisingly well. And I showed that. If there's going to be, a Majin Buu saga, or maybe like a GT theme, so people think GT could be worldwide download, well, these two guys right here could be getting a super easy, or maybe Super 17, who knows? So maybe one of those might be worth picking up. Now, remember, this is going to be going away in 10 days, right? You still have time. So you don't necessarily have to pick these units up right now. So maybe on the 17th or the 18th of August, when we are just like a week and a half away from worldwide download, if we start to get some hints on social media, then maybe we might already have an idea for what's coming up. So let's just say they give us a hint that it is going to be Baby Saga, Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Baby, or something like that. Well, if that's the case, these units have now shot up in the ranks in terms of stocks. Their stocks are about to be blowing up. I would pick them up. Pick one of them up. So do keep that in mind. If you can wait until the very end of the window, you should, which does mean after the 9-year anniversary is over. But don't panic. because this is given to you for free upon first login. So you have this. That is if you haven't spent it already. So that is it for the free stone selection. I can't give you much more than that. It's really just a guessing game. Moving on to the premium TUR paid Dragonstone. This is purchasable all the way up until Sunday, August 11th at 10:59 p.m. PDT. You're going to have to check your own game to see what time that is for you. But if I were you and you're trying to pick this up, do so at least a day before Sunday. So Saturday, Friday, whenever you're watching this, which is basically today. Buy this now. Buy this now before it's too late. But if you already bought it and you want to just hold on to it, you still can. You have 10 days to actually make the decision. You have less than 2 days to buy it, but you have 10 days to make the decision. So just like I said about the free stone, you could also wait for this. This one's a little bit harder to predict because the units are all over the place. So as far as, you know, basing this off of an upcoming celebration, everything that we've seen from JP, everything that we have left on the horizon, like with Roshi, some people are thinking that the Int Kid Goku could be receiving a super EZA with Videl's EZA being announced. Maybe that's not going to happen, but we can't really plan for anything else at this point. So it's really just a matter of which unit do you not have and which unit is really good. So I would say the only thing that we can rule out is the Broly. I would say don't pick up the Broly because the Broly's EZA is likely to happen during Saiyan Day. And like I said earlier, Broly will be on that banner because if you look at the Saiyan Day banners of the past, they go back to Saiyan Days of like 4 years prior before they hit the cutoff. So Broly would be the oldest, I think, one of the oldest Saiyan Day units to still be featured on the banner. So that's why I don't think Broly is worth picking up here. Just wait for the Saiyan Day banner. Everybody else is pretty much then up for grabs. Now, as far as EZAs are concerned, the only EZAs that we have so far are Kefla, Beerus, Hit, Gogeta, and Broly and Gogeta. Broly is on the coin shop. Broly will be back on the holiday banner should the holiday banner actually exist this year. So maybe Broly can be rolled out. Hit is not the greatest EZA. Gogeta I still like. I think he's decent. He's not like a must-have. Of all the EZAs here, Kefla is the best, in my opinion. Kefla is very, very good. Really good on a top-tier Super Saiyans team. So Kefla is worth picking up, in my opinion. But if you're trying to just go for a random extra character, I think that the Tech Android 1718 is probably the best. Simply because this unit has the ability to not disable, but Ghost Usher an enemy. So if you are trying to get through a very difficult event, and you have multiple units that can do stalling sort of abilities, they add up and they are significant. And this is one of them. This unit is also a great unit that fits on Fusion Zamasu's team, a good extreme class character overall. So I think that this is probably going to be my pick besides Kefla as far as the EZA is concerned in terms of picking up. Anyone else? They'll be good in the future. That's all I can say. I don't know who's going to get an EZA next other than Broly. Maybe this guy, maybe the Angel Frieza. A lot of Universe Survival Saga characters have been getting EZAs recently. So based on that trend, maybe they throw in the Angel Frieza, but nobody knows. No such announcement has been made on JP, so therefore we can't use that as a justification for picking him up. It's up to you. These are my two picks. Kefla, Android 17 and Android 18. You have 10 days. Choose wisely. And also you do have 3 of these stones. So, you know, don't panic too much if you want to pick up this one and you want to pick up Kefla. Maybe you want to pick up Beerus because you want to go for Realm of Gods. You can, because you can pick up to 3 of these stones. I forgot how many you could. Is it 1 stone per pack? Do they say here? Obtain Dragonstone 2 from Step Up Set 1, Step Up Set 2, and exchange them for. Oh, okay. You buy them in 2 packs. Sure. So yeah, use them well. And finally, the premium LR Stone. This one is the big one because these units are among the best, and with their potential EZAs down the road, they could be even bestester. And we've already, since the start of the 9-year anniversary, we were given the news that the LR Jiren is getting an EZA. Thankfully, we also got it on global. So if you want that character, you could pick him up with either coins or with your premium LR Stone. Same also applies to the Broly trio, the Ultra Instinct Goku, and the Blue Dudes. So if you're missing any one of these characters, then you could use these stone, the 1 stone that you get, to pick them up. I used mine on the Tech Jiren because I'm a whale and I used it to boost up a super attack, but You could use it for one of these guys. You could use it for one of the older EZAs, which I personally don't recommend. These units have aged, and when you consider what units are capable of now, events are capable of now, with maybe the exception of this guy and maybe the Gohan, everybody else, I mean, in certain respects, maybe this guy, but most of these units are fairly aged, and they're not worth, they don't provide the same sort of value. Who is up next as far as a potential EZA? Gogeta. Gogeta is definitely going to be getting an EZA at some point. So if you have these characters, or maybe you pick them up through your summons, or maybe with your coins, or maybe you're just waiting for a future banner to summon for them, then it might be a better option to invest in the future and go for a Gogeta unit. Right now, he's not as functional, but they will be when they get their EZA. Golden Frieza and Fusion Zamasu are way too recent for them to be even in consideration of an EZA, so I would rule both of them out. But if you do want a good tank, Golden Frieza is a very, very good tank. If you're not even thinking about EZAs and you just want a good unit, damage reduction and slot 1 defense is one of the best values that you can get in a character. Golden Frieza gives you that. Can launch multiple attacks, has the ability to nerf, so Golden Frieza is good. But if I were to pick number 1, I would say picking up a copy of the Gogeta would be the number 1 priority. Number 2, I would say, is Golden Frieza, and the number 3 would be to pick one of these 4 as far as those EZAs. And that's it. Those are my choices. Those are my picks. Again, you have 10 days to pick up these characters, but you only have, I think, until the 11th to buy them, yes, in the shop. So by the time you're watching this, you don't have a whole lot of time left over. So if you are planning on picking them up, you're gonna have to buy those step up packs very, very soon, and then then you can take a little while longer to make your purchases. So there you go. Ramble over 27 minutes worth of knowledge. Hopefully you guys benefit from it. This is why I wanted to wait. We just didn't know, but now we do. Goodbye, Global Foresight. Hello, Global JP Unification. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and feelings on my picks for which units to pick up with your stones, with your coins. Did I goof and say anything incorrectly? Sometimes I jumble up words. For example, I will say max additional, balance additional a lot, apparently. So if I made any goofs, let me know. But other than that, let me know your thoughts on my choices. Give me some of your choices. What did you pick? What are you going to pick in the comments down below? Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.